Hi there, I'm MC1 Navarrete. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a Vision ID, go over VIRIN and what that is and what that entails and why it's important, as well as get you set up on DVIDS Hub, right? That way we can put your published things on there and whatnot. So the first thing you want to do, we'll get started, is just go, the easiest thing to do is just to Google Vision ID. Right, so you got its first one on there, really simple, and it'll go into saying this is what a Vision ID is. Essentially what it boils down to is it is your DoD signature, right? It's a specific thing assigned to you, so that way we know how to find you in regards to everything else, and it'll make sense later on. So it'll ask you like, hey, inquire here. Don't worry about that. Just go straight over to customer service form. And what you'll do is it'll bring you to this, fill out all your information. I personally use my personal email. I am a CellRes sailor, so I don't always have access to my email. And if you are a CellRes sailor, you understand that OWA is not always cooperative. So I put my personal email in there. It might ask you later on to confirm with the military, a .navy email. But you just go ahead and put in here, need help getting a Vision ID. Shoot that off. Make sure you're not a robot. Submit that, and that will go off. And you should usually hear back within 24 hours. If you don't hear back within 24 hours, give them a call. Remember, they're on the East Coast, depending on where you're at. But you shouldn't have any issues with that. So as far as why a Vision ID is important, it goes into VIRIN, right? So how do you create a VIRIN, and what is a VIRIN? So a VIRIN is a set of numbers that help identify like a photograph, for example, or an article, etc. And so it's made up of 5 parts. You don't really have to worry about the 5th one. We're just going to worry about the first 4. So when you take photos, you're going to create a VIRIN each time, right? So breaking it down, the first field is always going to be the date. Year, month, day format, right? So that's always in the first field. So let's say it's over the course of a weekend, you're covering a fleet week or drill weekend, and it just so happens to be May 13th. So it would be 21/05/13. If it's the next day, you have the next one, right? 1/4 in sequence, etc. Field 2, you see how it's a letter? It's specific to your affiliation. So if you're Navy, it's going to be an N, regardless if you're civilian or contracted, or you might be, let's say you're Army. You're watching this video and you're Army. It'll be an A. So that's how you can identify who's who. The 3rd field is going to be your Vision ID. That's going to be what identifies you. It's personal to you. So because it's synonymous with the mass communication rate, if you see a photo in the Navy Reserve magazine, or you see one on the Navy social media site, and if their Vision ID is posted on there, right, the VIRIN ID is posted on there, you can search this 5-digit, 5-numeric, information in DVIDS, and you can find all their work that that person has done. And then the 4th field, right, this number here, is the sequence that the photograph is taken. So let's say you take 4,000 photos that day, but I'm using the 5th photo, so it'd be 0005, right? But let's say the next photo you use is the 100th photo, so it'd be 0100. So that combined creates what's called a VIRIN. This 5th field, that's specific to foreign photographers. So unless you're a foreign photographer, you're really not dealing with that. Okay? So got the Vision ID request sent off. We know what a VIRIN is, and you can always refer back to this. Don't ever feel like it's going to go away. The next thing you want to do is you want to Google DVIDS, right? So just DVIDS, go to the home page of it. Now DVIDS is where every single branch goes and submits all their work. So let's say you are doing a change of command ceremony and you just want to see how it goes, you could just put in here change of command. And of course, change of command is different for every branch, but it'll pull up every single photo that's been submitted, and you can break that down. You can break that down by branch. So let's say we want Army, Navy, whatever you want. So you see, like, these are all the change of command ceremonies that have recently been posted from the Navy. If there is a certain component, and it even breaks down to the unit if you want to. But here what we want you to do is go to register, and what's important here is that you make sure you put military personnel. If you're not an MC, if you're an MC, you already have one of these. They do that in the schoolhouse. But if you are a collateral duty public affairs officer or UPAR, you just go to military personnel, fill out your information, make sure you select the right branch that you're affiliated with, and then submit the registration. That's a fairly quick process. As far as the UPARs that are associated with the region, here is Navy Region Northwest. What will happen is you'll reach out to MC1 Panther or whoever the admin at the time is going forward, and you will just give them your email address that you put in there. And like I said with this one, I use my civilian email. You can put your work email as well in there, but like I said, for me, I can't always rely on Navy email, depending on where I'm at, where I'm going, etc. So I put my personal email, and then you give them the admin for whatever unit you're in or sending photos up to, and you give them your email. They can send you a request to be a submitter for that particular one on there. So see, it's not a hard process. It's not difficult at all. Hopefully that helps get you started. It's an easy thing, but once you get into DVIDs, it's endless, and it's nice because you can go and see what other examples that other people are publishing or whatnot. So that's all I have there. If you have any questions, feel free to comment at the bottom. Definitely get that helped out for you as much as possible. Thank you.